Breaker, breaker, booty shaker. Hopefully everybody can hear me. And I hope you guys are having a good day. Welcome, welcome. We got... Who do we got? Let me pull up chat. All right, so we got Christopher Collins with the hello and goodbye. We got Sir Nate. Hey, Sir Nate, how's it going, my dude? We got Matty Ice. We got Smoosh. We got Phoenix Flight. I Lone Wolf, and I Lone Wolf is here. Let me go ahead and plug him real quick. And we got Nikki. How's it going? All right, guys. So, a couple of actually, we have a couple of people joining us today. I have to hop into the little voice chat right quick with them, but obviously we're gonna be joined with I Lone Wolf, Smoosh, and Stone Family 64. So we're gonna go ahead and hop right in. And of course, my brother, who is literally sitting right next to me. Go ahead and say hello.
Yo, what it do? What it do? How's
Speak louder,
going?
guy.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Hopefully.
Sorry, I'm a little under the weather right now, so I apologize if you guys can't hear me that good.
We're gonna go ahead and jump into the channel right now, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear everything in the background.
I know it.
For me?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Yo.
How's it going?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing okay. Why do you sound nervous, Carlos?
I just sneezed, so I don't know.
Oh, sorts. You should probably just empty the shit that's on the chair and just pull it up here. All right, so, couple of, I guess, I mean, I don't have much to talk about, but I lied. What my brother and I were discussing that week, that we should discuss is in the realm of movies. And the reason for that is because I was catching them up to speed. We were going to see Doctor Strange today, and we got otherwise distracted by Loki, the show. I wanted him to get reacquainted. I heard somebody say, ugh, what happened? Who was that?
Well, it wasn't me.
That was me.
Did you guys not like Loki?
I love
Loki.
Loki.
Yeah.
Loki was so bad, bro.
What?
Loki was bad.
How do you think Loki is bad?
I was so bored with it, I swear to God.
Did you not see Lightning McQueen?
Yeah, you saw Owen Wilson. I mean, come on. Those.
I fell asleep on episode 3.
What?
What?
That's when I
was
that's when I
hooked
fell
from the very
asleep.
first episode.
Hold on. We're talking, Carlos, CJ, to differentiate the two people. Yes, my brother's name is Carlos too. But CJ, Carlos here doesn't like Thor.
Hi, CJ.
Yeah, what's up,
No,
Carlos?
no. If you say that,
Are you talking about the first Thor movie, like the Thor movies?
he's talking about Thor in general.
in general. Okay.
I've
Or
never
as
seen
a
the
whole.
Movies.
Okay.
I have never seen the movies.
You've never.
What?
Wait, you don't like Thor and you've never seen the movie? Thor?
You've never watched... Your opinion doesn't matter.
Oh, hang on. Wait, stop. Are we talking
it looks
about
like we hit a
Thor?
hot topic here because we got some. It's actually good that we don't actually all agree on one thing. So let's get something to discuss.
What did you say,
Wait.
Matt?
Are we talking about Thor, or are we talking about Chris Hemsworth?
Thor.
Thor.
Now, are
Like
you
the
talking
character
about,
Thor?
Now, are you
Thor,
talking
the
about?
character.
Are you talking about the actual
MCU Thor or the comic book Thor?
Well, let me elaborate further. Are you talking about like the overall Marvel superhero character Thor, or are you referring to his standalone movies?
I'm just never been a fan of in general.
He's your least
Thor.
favorite.
Hold on.
Least favorite Avenger.
Hold on. So, Carlos.
Yes.
Carlos.
Hi.
So, you've never seen the movies, so it's pretty safe to say that you don't know much on about Thor, right?
That is correct.
And so you've never seen the movies. I'm gonna go ahead and go off on a whim and say that you haven't read the comics. You don't know anything comic book wise about Thor. Is that also right?
That is correct.
But you don't like Thor. You're saying that he's a joke.
Well, I didn't say that he's a joke, but I just
You didn't say that now, but
I just don't have interest or don't relate to the character itself.
It's kind of hard to relate to the god of thunder.
Yeah, he's a demigod, but
No, hang on. It's actually not hard to relate to him if you're looking at some of the things he's been through,
I
as
agree.
far as far as like depression and stuff,
Yeah,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
like the
that
first
hits
one.
really close to home for
Yeah.
me. Anyways, I can relate to that really, really well.
And that's why I wanted to ask if you're talking about the character himself in the movies, because I could get on board with you when it comes to at least the first Thor movie, maybe the second Thor movie. Like I could understand why you wouldn't like it.
Dark World is good.
Yeah, exactly. Dark World was better.
What? Y'all are cracked.
Hold on. I disagree on that.
I just feel
But-
like there was more action, more engaging stuff.
There was no story.
Yeah, there wasn't really much in the first Thor,
No.
like I just feel like that like it was lacking in terms of action, but I think the overall plot of the first one is better, just
Definitely.
because of the story.
I'm sorry.
Just because the story was telling, and
I didn't mean the Dark World was good. I meant Ragnarok was good.
okay,
Ragnarok was great.
and that's another
great. No.
another point that I wanted to bring up, because the one of the people didn't like the first Thor, and people didn't like Ragnarok, and that's one of the reason didn't like Dark World, and that's one of the reason why when Ragnarok was made, you could see that it comes from a different like perspective. There was more of a comedic twist to it, where, because Thor was always taken so damn serious, like in the first two movies, and then when Ragnarok came in, that just opened up more to the general audience for people for Thor to become more of a likable character. So that's
Also a different director, if I'm not mistaken, for the third one.
And you could clearly see different director, and that different approach that they took to Thor, it made him more of a likable Avenger. And that's why I say, like, I could understand if you didn't like the first two movies, because it was a more serious approach, and then Ragnarok came, and that was like the best out of all three of them. But you have to watch the movies, I think, before, because I would.
Opinion.
Thor wasn't one of my top, Avengers, but when you actually give him a chance and you like actually, see the story, especially in the first one, you see the second one, and then Ragnarok comes, Ragnarok really like, okay, like they covered everything. It upped everything, and that's when you really start liking Thor, is with Ragnarok. So I would say,
I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
I would say give it a chance, and just, watch, be open minded to it, watch it, and I think you'll be like how I turned out, and you start liking Thor more, especially by Ragnarok.
Yeah, Carlos, give it a chance. Thor.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Matt? Before I start.
To me, in all honesty, like the third one's great. It's very comedic,
Yeah.
but the story, as far as like story, just straight story, which is what comic books are. They're stories. The transfer from comic book to movie, the first one does it the best, because the story of his fall from grace and having to climb back to that point is a story that we can all connect with, in my opinion, because everyone fails at something at some point in their life and has to come back from that.
And I agree with you. I personally didn't. I wouldn't say that I didn't enjoy The Dark World. I mean, I saw it twice and whatnot in theaters. But, I mean, for me, the first one, like you said, I mean, I think the first one stuck more or less to what the comics had, with him being banished and whatnot. And having to go through that learning curve, with, being a different person. I think for me the first one was good. The second one was okay. Yes, it did have more action, but it wasn't as meaningful, I guess. And then the third one was just great in general. Had more action. It had that comedic turn, and like Nikki pointed out in the chat, Taika was great, and his work is great. Period. Right off the bat, guys, speaking of chat, I do want to make sure you guys remember that, sometimes we'll be caught up in our conversations and I won't be able to address chat, but at least verbally, but I will respond to you guys through the chat myself and whatnot. So please don't feel like you guys are ignored. It's just, I don't want to interrupt anybody while they're speaking, but I'll try my best to keep up with you guys through the actual chat itself.
So polite.
He's lying. He hates you all.
You weren't supposed to say that, Smoosh. I'm messing. But I think you should give Thor a chance, Carlos. He's quiet.
Okay.
He's not going to. I know, Carlos.
No.
He's not going
No.
to.
You heard the way he said that. Okay, like
Yeah.
I hear you, but I don't really care.
I know Carlos and whatnot. In my head, I picture him just like closing his eyes a little bit, just doing a brief little shake of his head and turning away while he's saying okay.
Okay.
But
I guess it's just my opinion. I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me.
Thor was in my. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I know everyone has their opinions, but I have. I have other superheroes that are, I feel like, are a lot better than Thor.
Okay,
Like who?
Who?
Iron Man.
I agree.
No.
Iron Man's number one. Carlos.
Iron Man's good.
CJ will tell you that my dude is Iron Man all the way.
Polka Dot Man from DC. Fucking
Yo,
DC.
no, hang on,
Oh,
chill. No,
man.
stop it.
Wait,
Stop
what?
it.
What?
There's a
Stop it. You gotta
My
be.
favorite is Batmite.
What have you been drinking?
Corona.
That's it.
Yeah, man, I have to drive.
I want to touch base on Loki. Someone said that they didn't like Loki, that they fell asleep by the
Matt.
third.
That
All right,
was-
check it. All
that
right,
was-
check it. So I'm gonna be 100% real with you, CJ.
User.
DC knows how to make TV shows. Okay.
Yes. And animated movies.
I can't
Animated
comment
movies are great.
on that.
No. But I'm just talking about live action. Let's just leave it at live action, okay? Arrow, banger. Flash, banger. Legends of Tomorrow, banger.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop
So-
you right there at Flash. Flash was a banger up until season 2.
Up until season 2, bro, you must have missed
I
all
only
of season
watched
2.
I thought Flash was complete shit after season 2.
Nah, you're out of your mind.
Nope. I will agree with you with Arrow. Arrow was the shit, and CJ will
I
tell
couldn't
you
get
that I
into
will
Arrow.
watch Arrow regularly.
Yeah.
But I would say all of their TV shows are doing extraordinary right now. Even if you personally don't like them, the stories are good. The character arcs are great. They do great TV shows. They cannot make a movie though. And I feel like it's the exact opposite with Marvel. They know how to make amazing movies that tell stories, the characters grow, they have great story arcs. And then you turn around and you look at their TV shows and it's like, really? That's it? Look at WandaVision. WandaVision was god-awful.
I didn't get into WandaVision. I loved Loki.
No. I gotta disagree. I think you're biased. Nah,
Falcon,
you're
I
biased.
haven't watched Moon Knight, but everybody's going crazy for that.
I haven't watched
Falcon
Moon
and
Knight
the
either.
Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was boring.
Did you
Didn't
watch all
watch
of
it
it?
yet.
Yeah, I watched it.
You watched it all. I haven't seen
Yeah,
it,
it
so
was-
I can't comment on Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
It was boring. Loki,
WandaVision.
boring.
What? You and I are about
Loki
to.
was
Loki was not boring.
Bro, Matt,
It
you
was-
and I'm about to catch a flight.
I fell asleep third episode, bro.
It was
My
boring.
wife's shaking her head at you.
I'm sorry. It is what it is. The only good show that Marvel has put out, TV show, was actually on CBS, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was actually good for the first 2 seasons.
I agree.
Then
And
it was after 2 seasons, it became trash,
Yep.
and then their final season was amazing.
That whole thing was retconned. It's not even canon.
It was, and then for some reason they took it out.
I think it just messed with the whole storyline, and they just couldn't.
Okay,
have that.
okay. Look, I hate that word. Canon. I'm sorry. I hate that word. Listen. Every universe that we could ever talk about, Pokemon, Sonic, Mario, DC, Marvel, everything that you can bring up, okay, people need to realize they're all built on multiverses. Everything is canon. It just depends on if it's in that universe that we typically follow.
So Goku is canon.
Say again?
Stone Family 64.
Goku?
Hold on.
What is that?
Hold on. Let me pause that right there. Raphael, I need you to pay a little bit more attention in the chat, my friend. I already plugged everybody towards the beginning. Okay?
He just want to give me extra love.
No, you don't get love because you're judging Thor before you even watch the movies or know anything about it.
That's my...
Stone.
The canon thing is my opinion, because eventually we get to a point where everybody's got to be like, oh, we've got a multiverse, so it always comes back to, everything's canon at one point or another, but it's not in the universe that we typically follow. So I always go into series and shows like with that mindset,
Okay, makes sense.
That way there's no argument later down the road like, oh, it's not canon. Like, to me, Broly's canon. All the Broly movies are canon. They're just not in the same universe as the original Goku that we follow from the TV show.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? I'm hoping I'm making sense.
On his opinion on the Broly movies being canon.
I haven't actually watched the Broly movies.
Blasphemy.
Yeah. Blasphemy.
Yes, Wolf.
I know it's good.
I'm a huge fan.
I've been nudging Landon to watch the movies slowly, and it's just not working.
I love you, Wolf. He needs to watch the movies after he watches the rest of Dragon Ball Z. Once he gets into GT and Super, that's when he can start take a day, watch a few episodes of GT and Super, and then take another day, watch a couple movies.
Wait, you haven't seen Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z at all, Wolf?
No, Landon. He was talking about Landon.
Oh, okay.
Landon won't watch the movies, even no matter how good I tell them they are.
Why?
Well, some of them are good. Some of them,
Well,
that's an hour and a half.
The Broly movies. The one with Android 13, and the one with Bojack.
Janemba too, bro.
Janemba.
Bojack was great. Janemba was amazing.
Nikki says fan fiction could be canon? ?
Some universe.
Am I answering that or someone else?
Go ahead and answer it.
I would say yes, because like I said, most all things eventually add a multiverse. Even Pokemon has done it to a sense where they have had Looker appear in one area, or they have them go into the Ultra Wormhole and a character appear, where they had what's that girl?
Looker is Doctor Who.
I agree with that. They had that girl from one of the other games appear in Sun and Moon, and she said she got sucked into a wormhole in the post game of Sun and Moon, where you're tracking down all the Ultra Beasts, right? Now,
didn't Team Rocket come out of a wormhole in Sun and Moon?
And they won. That Team Rocket won. That's a different universe. That's a whole different universe. Pokemon has created their own multiverse.
Yeah.
So everything creates their own multiverse. So even fan fiction would be part of that multiverse. You just created, let's say the creators only created 100 different universes that we know of. But a fan creates Universe 101. It's still canon. It's just not intertwined with the other stories. It just depends on which universe you want to follow and which one you want to watch.
I read a fan manga of Dragon Ball Z for a while before Super was announced. And in this manga, it's if Vegeta and Goku were never unfused as Vegito.
Ooh,
it's pretty good.
That's interesting.
He chose to say what Bulma instead of Chi-Chi.
It's pronounced manga, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry if I got on a high horse and a soapbox there. Sorry, I apologize.
It's okay.
I enjoy these conversations, so I get into them.
No, you're good, Matt. It's just that we're gonna catch hands if you keep saying that. Loki sucks.
I just think
Name one good thing it did for the overarching story of the MCU.
CJ, you got a fresh mind. I'm gonna hand the mic over to you with this one because he has a fresh mind with it. So first off, Loki was my favorite one of the Marvel shows. And hold on, before you say anything, I do agree with you to an extent, Matt, that DC does make better shows, except the Titan show.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, too, I don't think the DC TV shows links. They haven't successfully linked it to their movies or anything. If I'm not mistaken, at least I know.
Yeah, they have.
Because I mean,
I'm
thinking of like the bigger like Justice League or something. Like I don't see any connection to the TV shows.
Well, the Flash from the Flash from Justice League did appear in the show as a cameo.
He appeared in the Flash TV show.
But I know like if you look at Loki. And you know how they delve into the multiverse and stuff. You're gonna see how that ties into the big office.
I think it has. I think what he's saying that it delves in a little bit deeper and everything, and it makes everything connect.
It connects everything better.
Because 100%, agreed.
And that's what I was thinking. Like when the first episode, I got hooked like right away. Like how how it started talking about how they explained the multiverse and everything.
Which they did a great job, by the way.
Great job. I'll tell you what really fucking, excuse me,
God, just fucking say.
What really got me is when the guy had all those Infinity Stones in his freaking desk.
Yeah.
In his freaking desk, and it's like, oh yeah, we have these,
It's paperweight.
It's paperweight, like it's nothing. Like it's just like you have a whole cinematic universe of what of over a decade. How long
20 years.
How long?
12 years?
12, yeah.
12 years?
20 years.
Yeah, because I think the first Iron Man came out in what?
2008.
2008.
That's almost that's like 12 years.
That's 12 years. He says
14
20
years.
though.
14 years. 14
years.
Guys,
14.
can we talk about how Loki's gonna come back to life?
I'm thinking up until today, but it stopped. It was like a decade.
I mean, it stopped at 2018. Well, it didn't really stop, I guess.
When was it Endgame? Endgame was in
2019, really.
So a decade. So basically a decade.
And change.
Okay, so you have a decade worth of movies, basically leading up to those, to that point with the Infinity Stones, and here
you have a show just dismantling all of that in one scene. Oh yeah, we use them as paperweights.
Yeah, it's just like that, like the whole, what is it, the TVA? That's all.
Yeah.
That's a whole realm of just something much bigger than Infinity Stones. That blew my mind, like right there. I was like, holy crap. So, and that's when I started getting really into it, because Loki was like, give me the Tesseract, like that's gonna, like, because he was gonna use that as power to escape, but
it didn't even work.
It didn't do anything. it was just completely useless, and that's because the Infinity Stones only work in their respective timeline, and they weren't really in a timeline, were they?
No,
they were just in TVA.
In the void, I guess.
No, that wasn't the void.
That wasn't even the void.
That was at the end. That was the end.
Can we talk about how Loki's really alive?
Well, this is a variant.
It's a variant.
It's a variant because it starts off with, because you looked at, if you watch Endgame, you see how Loki escaped using the Tesseract when the Avengers went back into 2012 in New York to
the way that the whole timeline's messed up now, he can insert himself anywhere.
Can insert himself
I'll insert
anywhere.
myself somewhere.
Well, anywhere in the timeline.
Matt.
So what?
Insert himself anywhere.
Yeah, he's Phil. You don't get it, do you?
Like what? Because
No, I don't understand.
I used the bad wording.
No, not you. I'm talking about Matt.
But
What did I do?
but that's how Loki the TV show starts off, and it's like, oh, okay, I could get on board with that. Like, okay, where did? Because if you watched Endgame, it's like, okay, where did Loki go? Where did Loki go once he had that brief moment to escape, imprisonment, from being captured? And that's exactly where it left off, and that's where the show started. I was like, okay, I could get on board with that, and that's knowing that, then that's. And the fact that these TVA people came and just immediately handled his ass like nothing. You thought they would just be normal people or whatever. They just handled his ass like nothing.
A god.
A god. And it's just like, okay, I'm interested. I'm definitely interested.
That's something that confuses me. I'm not sure if they're actual gods in the Marvel universe.
They're not.
They're not.
Okay. They just lived
Because
on a planet and had superpowers.
Well, I mean, I guess it's tantamount to. Because what? I mean, if we look at the Kryptonians, I guess. And Matt, you probably would know more about this. I mean, anything comic wise, you are the guru. So I'm probably.
Wait, hang on. Why am I the guru?
Because you just are. But. Am I right in assuming that it's possible that maybe from one Kryptonian to another, because their strengths are similar and whatnot, to them basically it would be like, how do I explain it? Like, it wouldn't be really considered superpowers, I guess. For example, just going based off of strength. Like, for example, if me and Carlos were to like arm wrestle right now. We have that regular.
You'd win.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said you would win.
Okay, thank you. That's what I thought I heard. But we would have, our strength is human, right? It's nothing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say, right?
No, yeah. You're explaining it right. If a Kryptonian fights a Kryptonian, it's not superpowers at that point. It's two Kryptonians fighting.
But
they have the same powers.
Exactly. But to us, because it's our Earth, we consider that strength superhuman.
And I would like to answer Smoosh's question and using a different TV show that I really, really love. Smoosh, what does it take to become a god?
Sacrifice.
Nope. Sacrifice.
Love interest.
Nope, and nope.
Natalie Portman.
Enough
Portman.
enough people to worship you.
Interesting.
Hey,
But does anyone actually worship the Asgardians in the Marvel universe?
Yes, a whole. They're based off of. They're literally Thor.
The Vikings.
Thank you. Norse mythology.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but is that like a
characters-
thing in the Marvel universe?
Yes. Don't you remember in the first movie he goes? One of them go. You went to what do they call Earth? What is it?
Midgard.
Midgard. You went to Midgard, you made some thunder, and all of a sudden they worshipped you, and Loki made that line toward Thor. So we know for a fact they worshipped.
Well, actually, Loki didn't make that line. It was
Who made the line?
Fandral.
Yeah, okay. So someone made the line.
Loki's DB Cooper.
That's true.
I'm surprised he didn't get hooked by the relationship between Loki and
Sylvie?
And no, not Sylvie, Morbius.
Bro, I'm just saying there was an alligator. There was an alligator.
The moment that them two started talking and bantering back and forth with each other, that chemistry that they have, like, I don't understand how he could not get hooked by that chemistry that they were having, because I found it hilarious.
Oh, it was
the alligator. The alligator ruined it for me, bro.
What?
President Loki, though.
Dude,
did you not see President Loki?
Not a lot of people like the alligator. What don't you like about the alligator?
The whole purpose of that is to show that Loki could be any type of variant. Like, what?
Well, it's not just Loki. There's actually a whole comic book where all the characters are animals.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Captain America's like a gorilla or something like that, and Iron Man's like a pig or something. I can't remember exactly what each character is, But there is a comic book out there where
Thor's a frog.
Thor is a frog. Yes, I do remember that.
You know what? I do remember that.
That was also in one of the animated TV shows.
Yep, it was. The only reason why I know it. See, this is why you're the guru, Matt.
But it's an actual comic book too.
I know.
I like that the kid Loki is the only Loki that actually killed Thor.
Just like there's a comic book out there where every Marvel character becomes a zombie, and they keep their superpowers.
Yeah, I seen that one. I seen that one. That's good.
So imagine like Thor flying around with Mjolnir as a zombie, bro.
That'd be some scary
Would a
shit.
zombie be worthy?
It's
still worthy. It's still Thor.
Yeah, he was still worthy in the comic book. He still flew around with it. Like at that point, you know, everyone in the world's a zombie. What stops him from being worthy at that point when everyone is a zombie? You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I think a craving for brains would make someone unworthy, though.
I like how he says that.
I guess not to Odin. But then again, Odin might have been a zombie too. I don't know.
Is Odin the one that decides who's worthy?
He's the one that, at least as far as I know, since he's the one that put that oath on the hammer itself, he is the one that technically decides. But there's like a spiritual connection thing. I don't know how where he can
holds up to Odin's standards.
Yeah. So with Thor being willing to sacrifice himself in the original Thor movie, that's what gave him the power, because that's what Odin wanted Thor to do. Was lose his self-centeredness.
Yeah.
Which, if you watch the other movies, he didn't actually lose it. It just lessened.
He just became a better person.
You're talking about Thor?
Mm-hmm.
How is he self-centered in Dark World?
He's self-centered in all the movies. In Dark World, he actually wants to save Jane, not for her, but for himself, because he loves her, and he sacrifices his mom to do it accidentally.
I disagree with her being sacrificed, because Loki explains that Loki is the one that sent the curse to them.
Had Thor not brought Jane to that realm, she would have never had to been in that situation.
He has a point.
Well, the purpose of him bringing her there was because it's not an earthly thing. I mean, I'm not denying the fact that he brought her to Asgard for, because, he wanted to help her because he loves her. I'm not denying that, because you're absolutely right. I don't criticize the decision to bring her to Asgard, because what can the people of Earth do if the Dark Elves were to attack there?
100%. I agree with you 100%. To put it in
Call Iron Man?
Iron Man wouldn't have stood a chance, to be frank.
Iron Man's dead.
But to put it in
that time he wasn't.
To put it in terms of like everyday life, okay? Would I be willing to sacrifice basically an entire country to save Tara? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I guess. No, I see your point.
At that point, it's selfish. It's self-centered. So he never truly loses it, but he uses it in a different manner.
I don't really view it as being self-centered, though. Do you? What do you think, CJ? No, because I see the point that Matt makes, right? He brings her to Asgard to save her and protect her. Well, protect her and save her, right? Everything that he said. But the point, would he sacrifice a whole country to save her? Do you view it as self-centered? I personally don't, but what do you think?
I mean, to sacrifice a whole country, I mean, if you really love the person, then I don't view it as self-centered, but it is pretty damn extreme. Considering that Thor is, he's supposed to be the future king of Asgard, right? Or
What Asgard?
And he put Asgard.
At the time. I know at the time, Asgard existed. He was supposed to be king, and he's putting all those people in jeopardy. So there's the lover.
Yeah, he put him at risk.
There's a lover aspect of it, and there's the duty of being the king of your people. So it's like
he wasn't king then.
He wasn't king then. Yeah, he wasn't king then, but that was a reckless decision.
So what would you have done if you were Thor?
No, I would have probably done the same exact thing. I would have.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Screw the people.
That's not even.
What'd you say, Matt?
But exactly, this is the love of your life.
Those
here.
people.
This is the love of your life. I mean, you'll do anything.
Those people.
You'll do whatever reckless shit for for the love of your life. That's just the way it. That's how it is. If you love the person, you're gonna do it. But it's still, in that case, it's still, you can't ignore the reckless aspect of it. It is, but
it's that moral question that they ask college students. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
You put your significant other on one train track, okay, and you put 10 babies on the other train track. You can flip a switch to decide which way it goes down. Now, obviously, most people like to throw out the answer. I would just try to get everyone out of the way. In this scenario, you do not have that ability. Someone's getting hit. Do you let the babies go down, or do you let the significant other go down?
Can I trade places?
That's why you give some credit to the first Spider-Man, how he was able to save Mary Jane and those people.
Don't worry, the wife can make 10 babies.
Wow. Well,
The wife can replace the 10 babies.
This messed up.
It's a moral question that's asked, and I think that's an interesting moral question, because in no way are you wrong in either answer you would give.
I'm just saying you can make 10 babies with the wife.
That's messed up.
But he's not wrong though.
it's gonna be hard, but
No, just
No, it's definitely gonna be
It's
hard.
gonna be hard on her.
just space them out.
space them out. Like
It's the timing. I'm just
Do you know?
It's gonna be
How long
it's
it
gonna be
takes
it's
to
gonna be
make
a black
babies?
it's gonna be a black hole by the 8th baby.
Bro. This man said black hole.
facts.
You'll be lucky if she doesn't hit menopause by the 10th baby.
no.
True.
Hey, I'm just saying, it only takes her 6 weeks to heal, so they could actually be like a year and a half apart each. So it would only take you like 15 years.
See, there you go. It's possible.
She's gonna get tired after the 6th. Like, get the freak away from me. Get that thing away from me.
You should have just left me on the tracks.
This is why maybe having the 3mm defeater is probably the better option.
Yo, that's me, bro.
Yeah. Stupid.
My wife knew this would turn into a penis measuring competition.
You can't even measure mine. What are you talking about?
She literally said that before we started.
It's
That's
literally mine's not measurable because of lack
thereof. Yep.
Lack of penis.
lack thereof.
I mean, it's there. We have to just like use a microscope. A telescope.
Telescope, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We just have to use a telescope. Don't downplay yourself, Matt.
No,
You're
I ain't
okay.
downplaying nothing. I'm just being frank.
I'm
nothing wrong with an inch and a half.
I'm simply saying you are the expert breeder here.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Damn.
Sorry, I hope that's not offensive. If it is, I'm sorry.
Nah, you good.
But you are the expert.
I like how we went from talking to Thor to penises.
I know. We're gonna like hop off that topic and go right back to Thor.
Hell no, I like
I was
it.
enjoying penis talk.
Oh, bro, no, I can't. I'm not gonna put that in the title.
I'm here for it.
What? Comics, movies, and penises?
Hell yeah! There we go.
Oh no.
How large is yours, Carlos?
He's talking about your cucumber, sir.
Oh
yeah, that's
man,
right. Cucumbers are better.
it's a bite-sized tortilla.
He said
Yeah,
bite-sized.
I've never seen a bite-sized tortilla.
Yo, let's go.
Little miniature burritos.
Sir Nate's like, I'm out of here, bro. I don't blame you, Nate.
See, y'all made
done
Nate
here.
go away. Wait, so that's it?
He didn't like my Spanish
I was just about
miniature
to say
burrito.
so that's it. You're just gonna say it's a bite-sized tortilla, and then that's it. Silence.
That's all he's got. That's all he's got, bro.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's why I don't have a girlfriend.
What
Well, that
everyone
ain't-
thinks
that
of the
ain't-
new Batman?
That ain't why you ain't got a girlfriend. I could be honest about that.
Hold on.
It's-
Matt, did you see the Batman movie yet?
No.
Oh my
It's good,
god!
What? It's on HBO Max.
Yeah, I'm not watching freaking sparkly McFluffers over here. Try
It's
to play
a good
Batman.
movie.
It's a good movie. I'm telling you, it's a good movie.
I
You've
would
seen
watch it 10 times before I'd watch Ben Affleck again.
Hold on. I don't think Ben Affleck was horrible.
Oh, he just hated on Batfleck, bro.
I don't think Ben Affleck was horrible. I think Wolf left the chat because he muted.
No, I was just coffee.
Oh.
How you
Ben
gonna hate?
Affleck was the Jared Leto of Batman.
What? Say that again?
Ben Affleck was the Jared Leto of Batman.
Ben Affleck was the Jared Leto of Batman.
He's saying that he sucked.
Yeah, I know, I get it. That he's saying that he sucks.
I don't agree.
I think he was fine. The Batman vs Superman,
That movie did suck, but yeah.
but him playing Batman, like that was okay. When it started getting into Justice League, particularly the Josh Whedon
Cut.
cut, then I felt like he was like the most, he was pretty useless, I think. But I don't think he was,
I saw the Batman 3 or 4 times already.
I don't think he was terrible.
I agree. Ben Affleck was not terrible as Batman.
He was okay.
There's been worse Batman.
Yeah, there's been
George
Who?
Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney.
Really?
I like that one.
Oh
No,
snap! The
George
wife just
Clooney
got
was
up.
the
Oh, I'm
worst.
sorry.
George Clooney.
I like George Clooney
All right,
as
hold
Batman.
up. What about Val Kilmer?
Val Kilmer was great. You better
Val
hush.
Kilmer was good.
Val
Dude,
Kilmer
George-
was okay.
George
No,
Val
no,
Kilmer
no,
was
no,
great.
Ben
You
Affleck.
better
Clooney
calm
wasn't
down.
even Batman. He was just George Clooney in a bat suit.
You know what? You guys are hating on him because his bat suit had nipples. Okay.
I
Yeah.
love the nipple suit.
Dude,
no, I
his
love the
acting
nipple
was
suit. I
terrible.
just don't like George Clooney.
I don't like George Clooney either. But
No, I
don't-
meant as Batman.
No. I don't like George Clooney. Period. Like that. Like as acting, I don't know how he is as a person. Just want to make sure that that's clear, right? But like,
We're talking Batman. He was the worst Batman out of all the Batmans.
I don't know.
Wow.
Wait, whoa.
I like Val
Did you say-
Kilmer. I like Val
Did you
Kilmer
say
as an
Batfleck
actor.
was the worst?
I'm saying
Batfleck
George
was the
Clooney
worst.
is the worst Batman of all Batmans.
Yeah, George Clooney's the worst. And
Batfleck.
then Batfleck.
I disagree.
I'm too young to know the other actors.
Now we can all agree Adam West was the greatest, right?
No.
No.
Wow.
Who the-
Wow. Y'all are out of your mind.
I know who Adam West is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Again, I'm
Let's
getting-
let's
I'm-
talk
I'm
about
young.
let's, but
I
we're
don't know what you
talking
guys are
about
talking
the newer
Honestly,
age Batman,
Yeah,
not
we're
the
talking about
yeah,
freaking
not the
old ass Batman.
not
like,
the
damn,
not the undies outside the jumpsuit
yeah,
Batman.
not that shit.
Bro,
We're talking
no,
about
calm down.
more
Honestly, as it
modernized
stands for me
Batman.
right now, it's Christian Bale,
Christian Bale
Val
was great.
Kilmer,
Christian
and then
Bale was
Robert
great.
Pattinson.
Okay.
Robert Pattinson was great too.
Y'all are out of your mind. Adam West.
You
and
haven't
Kevin,
even watched it. You don't know.
Kevin Conroy, number one.
You're as bad as
Hold on,
Carlos
hold on.
with Thor.
What are your thoughts? What?
What'd you just say to me?
You're as bad as Carlos not watching Thor.
I agree. Listen, what do you got? What were you guys? What was your thoughts on Michael Keaton's Batman?
It was good.
It was cool. Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
He was good.
He was good. I definitely put him over Val Kilmer's.
Are y'all just talking about main like
I'm here thinking like
live action?
I'm here thinking of like modern.
Yeah, like and the modernized ones again, not the
like going all the way back to the undies outside, like you said.
No, not the undies over the jumpsuit. No.
I don't.
What was that anyway?
Watch Batman
1950s,
Beyond?
1945s?
Y'all sleeping on Adam West, bro. He was amazing.
Mayor Adam West.
That was like during the time of like the kaplow, like you get first like kaplow, kasplat. Like
yeah. Nah.
It was beautiful
every time
art.
you punch somebody, it's like boom.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
1966 to 1968.
Yeah, we're talking
I
about
can't even bear
the
to watch
modernized, not post World War II Batman.
more like Dark Knight type of,
I can't even bear to watch Adam West as Batman.
Are you? Y'all gonna make me mad.
Watch Robert Pattinson and we'll talk.
Honestly though, Matt, you really should give the Batman a chance. It is great. He did a great job.
Then y'all watch Adam West Batman.
No, we're not gonna watch post World War II
I'll watch
Batman.
it.
You got
And
to give
question,
Pattinson,
are we talking-
Pattinson. Yeah, Pattinson got to give him credit.
Hold up.
Are we
I'd rather
talking?
watch Blank Man.
Are we talking about only live action Batman?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say the best Batman ever, if we're gonna include animated Batman, is Kevin Conroy.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I agree, but no,
Just
I
like the greatest-
Batman Beyond.
Just like the greatest Joker ever would be Mark Hamill.
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. You can't, dude. Mark Hamill is
The
Luke.
voice.
He is Luke.
Followed
He
by
is
Heath
Joker.
Ledger.
Just like Peter Cullen will. I mean, until me, of course. But for right now, Peter Cullen will always be Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
But
I don't
He
care
said
that
it.
much about
Yeah.
Transformers.
He said until me.
but no, yeah, it's live action, and I guess just mainly the actors and whatnot, and I guess hearing the rankings as to where we will put them above who and whatnot, you know.
And you can't discuss Batman without discussing who's the best Joker, live action Joker played.
Heath Ledger.
Heath
Yeah,
Ledger.
agreed. Agreed.
That thing that's like undisputed.
Well, it looks like Nikki's on your side, Matt. She
Yeah,
personally,
oh,
she doesn't care about Robert's Batman. She does enjoy the classic of Adam West. I'm not denying that, Nikki.
But has
I'm just
Nikki
simply
watched
saying I
the
haven't
Batman?
seen the post World War II.
Let me say this. When the Dark Knight first came out and Heath Ledger's Joker first got revealed, he got a lot of flack. Like he got a lot of flack for how they designed the Joker and everything. It was different compared to what Joker's been portrayed. And that difference is that this Joker, when Heath Ledger's Joker first got revealed, like his design and everything, the whole portrayal was more of like a real life scenario type of what a Joker, a madman type would look like. And that's, with the design, the costume design, how his face makeup and everything is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like the same approach that you got to have with Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Yeah,
Hey.
people question the decision to cast Heath Ledger a lot.
Hey, do you know the reason why he kept licking his lips?
Keep his mouth wet.
The prosthetics that he had over.
Yes, the prosthetics
Yeah.
kept falling off, so
Yeah.
he would lick them to keep them on.
And it became part of the act at that point.
Yep,
So,
yep.
But like, when his
It made him look more maniacal too.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
So when his Joker first came out, there was criticism about it, and I think that criticism is almost kind of similar to how it is with your view on Robert Pattinson's Batman until you watch it. When you give Robert Pattinson a chance and how he portrays his Batman, I thought it was pretty good. We gave him a chance, and he was pretty damn good.
Hold up.
I was happily surprised.
Hold up, Smoosh.
Yeah.
Hold up, Smoosh. Carlos, what did you just say?
He said Thor sucks.
I was just sneezing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sure.
You know what? I'm gonna change Wolf's name in my Discord to I love.
Hey,
Thor.
so y'all are forgetting somebody though.
What? What are we? Who are we forgetting?
Jack Nicholson, bro.
Jack
Yo,
Nicholson.
yeah.
Jack Nicholson was good.
He was great. He was great.
Did you hear the comparison between the four?
Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger. What about
Mark Hamill.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Mark Hamill and
Ooh, Joaquin
wait,
Phoenix.
wait.
What about
Jared
Joaquin
Leto.
Phoenix?
What about Zach
Fuck Jared Leto.
Galifianakis?
Hold up. What are you guys' thoughts on Joaquin Phoenix's
Joaquin
Joker?
Phoenix.
no, that movie doesn't even count, bro.
No, that's a good movie.
That's
I
a
can
good
do the
movie.
laugh.
Good movie, yeah.
No, it was a bad movie.
It was a good movie, but it didn't really feel like a real Batman Joker.
All right. What didn't you like about him as Joker? He's no Heath Ledger. He's no Heath Ledger.
He knows Zach Galifianakis.
I like the animated one so much. The origin story for the Joker. I like the animated story so much. They could do nothing to compare, and
It wasn't
that's
made to be
not.
compared.
It's no offense to the movie. It's no, there's nothing they could have done that I would have enjoyed. So it's one of those things where you put something so high on a pedestal, nothing else can ever compare.
But it wasn't made to be compared.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Well, what are we doing right now?
Well, I'm asking you. We're not comparing. We're just simply talking about what you thought.
We are comparing. We were talking about the Batmans.
We
were
were
putting them
comparing
in
the
order,
Batmans,
comparing-
But you say that you didn't like Joker or Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of Joker. Why is it that you don't like? And I don't.
That's just a question.
That's
I'm not
yeah.
comparing that.
I
I
don't-
genuinely
I get,
wanna
and
know.
that's what I'm saying. I gave you my answer. I compared. I can't help but do that.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
I went into it with the already biased thought, and I'm man enough to admit that it's not going to compare to the animated Joker origin, and to me it didn't because of that thought process. There was nothing I could do. As much as I wanted to go into it and be like, give this a chance, that's why I've avoided the Batman so long so far, because I want to get my thought process to the point where I'm like, all right, he's not a vampire that sparkles in the sun. He's Batman. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you get into the movie and watch it, you won't even think about Twilight.
Yeah. You won't. It won't.
It
It
so
won't be a thought.
different.
The way that they introduce him and like how they introduce the Batman character.
It's great.
was
It was
great.
brilliant.
Yeah.
It was brilliant, dude. And it is so different from. I did not once, because I had the same thought process as you. Sometimes, man, you just have to dive right into it, and you have to like let it hit you in order for you to get your opinions. Because I was of the same thought process as you. My thoughts were, okay, I can't picture Edward Cullen as the Batman. And I don't want to watch it. I almost didn't. And then CJ here says, no, fuck it. Let's just fucking go and fucking watch it. And
I was gonna watch it the whole time. I had no expectations, but watching it, I was happy.
but I
But
agree.
y'all gotta remember how often and how much I've read comic books. So for me, the comparison is always there.
But that's why you just have to just jump right into it.
You will be happy with what you see.
Yes, you will.
But even if you're not happy even if you're not happy with your result, because you never know, maybe our opinions could vastly differ from what yours would be. The thing is that you can't just wait until you formulate your thoughts around getting used to the fact that Edward Cullen is playing Bruce Wayne. No, you have to.
Is you saying that?
Get over it. You're gonna have to just jump right into it and let it hit you. And once it hits you, you start to see how the movie is laid out, how he's introduced, and everything else. It's great.
I'm telling you, they casted right.
They did a good decision with Robert Pattinson. I am telling you,
Not only that, Robert Pattinson's done a lot of serious movies since Twilight, and
Yeah.
a lot of people are just still typecasting him as the guy from Twilight.
Yeah.
So
Like
far,
Tenet.
the only movie that I don't like from Robert Pattinson, I will be the first to tell you, Twilight. I'm not a big fan of it. It's mainly because I was forced to watch it when I was younger. Because obviously I have two younger sisters, and my mother's all romance and all that bullshit. But listen,
Yeah.
sorry, but
Hey, when y'all get a second, just check general chat real quick.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say, Matt. Thank you.
Sorry.
You were saying you weren't a big fan of Twilight, but something.
Oh yeah, so I still forgot. Oh yeah, so far the only movie that I don't like about Robert Pattinson is that Lighthouse horror movie. I remember I went on a date with this girl. She suggested that we would watch it, and I'm like, all right. I mean, I'll watch it. It had Willem Dafoe in it, and it had Robert Pattinson. It was the weirdest movie I ever fucking saw, and I still can't wrap my head around
The
it.
Lighthouse?
Yeah,
I wanted to see that.
don't. It sucks. It's weird. It's weird as shit.
I will tell you the only complaint, and it's just a small.
Whoa, Nikki.
A small critique that I have on Robert Pattinson's Batman, and I told my brother this, is I feel like because there's three different types of characters when it comes to playing Batman. There's Bruce Wayne, there's Bruce Wayne with Alfred, and there's Batman. I feel like they lacked. I feel like they lacked in the department of Bruce Wayne. It was less Bruce Wayne and more. It was just mostly Batman and Bruce Wayne with Alfred. There wasn't much, because there's the public Bruce Wayne. You have the public Bruce Wayne. That's the first character. That was the least focused aspect of his character. Was the public version of Bruce Wayne. It was more on Batman and Batman behind, with Alfred. That was the only criticism that I have, because you look at Christian Bale's Batman, there's a balance. You have Bruce Wayne in the public eye, you have Bruce Wayne with Alfred, and you have the Dark Knight. All of them, there's an equal balance to those three the three characters of Batman. Where that's the only complaint that I have. I will with Pattinson's Batman.
When you do decide to jump into it, Matt, I really do want to share. I feel I can't share this opinion with you because I feel like it will contain spoilers. This is my opinion. So when you do watch it, please let me know. He just took my sword from its sheath. But when you do,
that's what she said.
Shut up. But when you do watch it, let me know so I can tell you one of my opinions on Bruce Wayne, because there's only one small gripe that I have, but it's just that it's small. But like we've been saying, the movie in general as a whole is great.
You know, the comparison CJ just made about trying to balance Batman and Bruce Wayne. That's the comparison I've always made with Spider-Man and the three guys that have played it.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire, in my opinion, played
I got a lot to say about this.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. And
really well.
Just to give everyone on the chat and everyone here on the call a heads up, we do have just slightly under a half hour left in our little podcast here. I really want to try to keep it under an hour or an hour and a half there.
Guys, one second. I just want to say, I'm sad we never got to see Jason Gordon-Levitt as Robin.
I don't think it was ever gonna be like that.
I wanted to see that arc develop. I wanted to see that. Yeah, I wanted to see that happen. But it is what it is.
Hold up.
He was too old. He was too old at that point.
Yeah.
He would have been Nightwing.
Yeah.
Okay, then how's he become Nightwing if he's not Robin first? Because Nightwing is always Robin first.
Yeah.
He can still be trained by Batman. Movies take liberties.
That's a big issue with me. Don't do that.
Anyways, jumping from the Batman train to the Spider-Man train, I have a couple of things to say, and again, this is just from my observations from the movies. Again, I am nowhere near as knowledgeable when it comes to Spider-Man as you are, Matt. But since you did mention Tobey Maguire and you had your opinion first, let's let you go first. Who you think was the better Batman and why?
You mean Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
All right, so Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man really, really well,
Okay.
but he played Peter Parker like trash.
Yes.
Okay.
Andrew,
I'm glad
hang
you
on,
broke
hang on,
that.
let me finish,
No.
let me-
I'm glad you broke that up. I'm glad you broke that up.
I'm
Go
glad
ahead.
you broke that up because a lot of people are automatically gonna say Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man, hands down. Period. No, that's your nostalgia speaking. Let's really sit and think.
He couldn't figure out how to play Peter
He
Parker.
couldn't.
Okay.
Andrew Garfield's my least favorite.
But I will say with Andrew Garfield,
Oh my god.
he played Peter Parker amazingly.
Oh my god, I love this guy.
But he couldn't put the Spider-Man. I couldn't see Spider-Man when I looked at him trying to play Spider-Man.
What about Tom Holland?
However,
what are your
Tom
thoughts on-
Holland? Tom Holland is the greatest fusion. When you put them two together,
There
you
you
create
go.
Tom
That's
Holland.
it.
He
That's
is the greatest
There you go.
Spider-Man
That's
of all
That's what I'm
time.
talking about. That's what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, Tobey Maguire has a lot of nostalgia behind his Spider-Man, and that's why people are gonna say he's the.
That's
because
because we grew up on it.
Exactly, we grew up on it. Andrew Garfield, I feel when it comes to the personality of Spider-Man, when he's fighting with the villains, how he's witty, how he talks shit while he's fighting with the villains and stuff. I'm like, you got the personality of Spider-Man down.
But he ain't talking shit.
As well as yeah, that's how Spider-Man is in the comics when he's fighting.
Did you not
he talks
see-
shit. He talks shit. He's
Did
witty
you
as hell.
not see Tobey Maguire in the cage match?
But okay, now you look at
Cage
it.
match doesn't count.
The cage match doesn't really count. It was more serious, like with his fight with Doc Ock, which by the way, I think Spider-Man 2 is the best Tobey Maguire
Iteration?
Iteration. Like it's the best Spider-Man movie out of the.
I like 3.
I think 3
What?
was all over.
It was no 3 was shit.
3 was. I don't think 3 was. I think 2 was the
I like
best.
3.
I think 2 was the best. It had the best.
I wasn't
story,
a
the
big
best
fan of
balance.
Doc Ock.
But going back to Andrew Garfield, I think that Andrew Garfield nailed. He got the personality of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. When he's fighting, when he's talking shit. Also, they actually got the I think the costume more comic book accurate as opposed to Peter Parker's Spider-Man. His webbing didn't just come from his fucking wrists. No, he had little. He built Peter Parker
canisters.
build web slingers. Mechanical web
Liberties.
slingers. Okay,
What'd you say?
Liberties.
so Peter Parker build web slingers, and that's where it was first introduced in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and it carried over into Tom Holland's, which is where it comes to the best fusion. It has the best of, like, it has just like the overall he would be the most accurate Spider-Man.
And he actually was nearest the age.
Exactly, the age. Spider is
Exactly.
like Spider-Boy.
Exactly. I agree. Tom Holland, yes, I agree. Stone Family 64, whoever that is.
And when it came to Spider-Man No Way Home, I love how I just felt like more of the light was shined on Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and I appreciated that they did that.
It gave some people closure on him.
Yeah, exactly. Because people were like, "Oh, Andrew Garfield is the shit. He's the worst. He's the worst Spider-Man." You know how like somebody we know in the past. Remember?
Why are you hitting me?
Do you know how Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man got canceled?
Who swears the hell by fucking Tobey Maguire that hands down that's the best Spider-Man. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah, that bitch. Okay.
Huh.
And
Does everyone know why Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man got canceled?
Matt?
No clue.
Because he was sick and couldn't make a press tour, so the studio dropped him.
Wow.
Really?
Yes. That's how Andrew Garfield got canceled.
It's crazy.
Wow. Fuck.
Yeah, man. They did him dirty, man.
That's fucked up.
They did him dirty, man.
Yeah, he needs an alien to fight, bro.
Yeah, he needs an alien to fight.
He was sad.
But I'm glad we got that. When you take nostalgia out of the equation, because people get blinded so easily by nostalgia, that they automatically say Tobey Maguire is hands down the best Spider-Man when they really need to look at it as far as the accuracy of it, you know, the character of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Like, it doesn't mean that Tobey Maguire was bad. He was good. He was really good. It's just when it comes to accuracy, Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, I think were better in that aspect.
I agree. I agree. I'm glad that you broke that up when you first started off with Tobey Maguire, though, Matt. Because a lot, like CJ said, a lot of people are like, right off the bat, Tobey Maguire's the best. You know, Tobey Maguire's the best. And
can we also talk about how Tom Holland
was CJ's reading chat.
Yep,
Speak.
Can we also talk about how Tom Holland was trained in acrobatics?
Agreed. He was the most aerodynamic Spider-Man. I don't know.
Can we also talk about the issue with Andrew Garfield's films, though?
Yes.
How they didn't have much.
The villains.
The villains are the Lizard Man. Like
I hated that Green Goblin.
Yeah,
they let him down.
Yeah,
they let him down
because
because the
that Green Goblin was shit.
I hated that. I think Jamie Foxx did good. Jamie Foxx did okay.
Jamie Foxx worked with what he could.
Jamie Foxx did what he could with what he had.
Green Goblin was trash. The Lizard Man was trash. What was his name? What was the doctor?
Dr. Connors.
Dr. Connors.
Yeah.
I think.
How do I know all this?
It was just like,
because you're the GOAT, dude.
I feel like Dr. Connors in The Amazing Spider-Man, he was very shallow as a villain, like character-wise.
If we're gonna be honest, though, out of both movies, he's the best. And as much as I hate to say it, because I actually like Electro, but he's the best villain out of both of those movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that also has a lot to do with, like, he was the main focus for his movie. Like when it comes to Amazing Spider-Man, you know, you had Electro.
It was the same flaw with Spider-Man 3. Exactly. You don't need two villains for a movie.
There was 3 villains.
Spider-Man 3 had...
Was there 2 or 3? There was 3 villains. In Spider-Man
they had
Harry at one point
was the Green Goblin.
Was the Goblin Jr.
and Sandman.
Well, no, I don't count. I don't count Harry's Goblin because they really only fight like once or twice, and then they work together in the end.
At some point, he was an antagonist.
But no, he was an antagonist. So yes, 3
so that's
villains.
why we say it's 3, and then towards the end, you know, he.
And when I guess you could really mark it down as 2 because it's Venom. I mean, Venom isn't really a villain, nor is he a hero.
At that time, he was a villain.
He was he was an antagonist. He was a villain in Spider-Man. He was a villain in Spider-Man 3 that he brought.
An argument could be made.
I'm pretty sure that villain hasn't become an anti-hero until like the past 8-9 years before that movie was even released.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about comic books, but I know a lot about Spider-Man and Batman.
What is... I think... Hang on, I'm gonna look it up before I even say it. All right, so yeah, okay. The difference between an anti-villain and an anti-hero.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Elaborate. Tell us. School us.
An anti-villain is someone that will attempt not to kill, even though they're a bad guy.
So Venom is chaotic good.
So Venom would be more of an anti-villain instead of an anti-hero.
Wait, you said an anti-villain would try not to kill?
An anti-villain would do their best not to kill. Let's say they're robbing a bank, okay?
Okay.
They're gonna do it without trying to kill anyone. So they're still doing something bad, okay?
So Sandman would be like an anti-villain.
Sandman's an anti-villain. I can get that. I don't think Venom.
Yeah. Well, no, Venom in certain aspects of comic books tries not to kill, but he still does bad things.
No,
I mean, the Venom in the movies would eat people if Eddie didn't stop him.
Yeah, the Venom movie itself craps on most comic books. Anyways, anti-hero, which is you're basically Deadpool, he's willing to kill to save the day.
It's funny how all of that. Well, I guess not. I guess
So
if you
you're-
really
you're-
analyze the names, but it's funny how the definitions for each of the words are like the opposites. I guess.
Yeah, well, you got your hero who's gonna save the day and do his best not to kill, right?
Right.
Your anti-hero is going to save the day, but collateral
If
damage.
necessary.
Yeah. And then your
Yeah.
villain is going to do what he wants when he wants and take out anyone he wants, right? Where your anti-villain is going to do what he wants, but he's going to make sure that no one dies if possible.
Yeah, let me see.
Let's see it.
I can see it. Now, would you say in the Venom movie, the actual standalone movie, he would be more?
He's a villain.
He's a villain.
You think he's a villain in the?
I think he was more.
I think he's an anti-hero.
Anti-hero.
No, he's a straight up villain.
No,
The
Eddie
Venom
is
Venom
an
is
anti-hero.
movie?
Venom is a villain.
Yeah, Venom himself. Now you got to
Venom
remember,
himself
you
is a
got
villain.
to you got to separate
Hold on,
the two characters.
the what's his name? Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy films.
Yeah.
You think he's a villain?
Venom
Tom Hardy is the only thing that keeps Venom from eating the whole world.
Eddie Brock is the hero.
Eddie Brock with Venom
Well-
is what I'm referring to.
Timeout.
No, no,
Timeout.
no,
Well,
Steve,
what
Steve, they're two
did
different
Venom
characters.
do by
Entities.
the end of the movie?
They're two
Sacrifice
separate
himself, right?
characters.
No, he saved. He saved.
Yeah, he saved everybody.
He saved Riot. He saved from Riot going, leaving, and just the whole planet becoming,
Annihilated.
snacks, pretty much from the.
That's because he wanted them all to himself.
Are you talking about the second one?
No,
the first one.
I don't.
No,
think
that
I've
happened
seen
in the first
second
one.
You didn't see.
I haven't seen the
Carnage.
second
When he
one.
blew up the ship.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let There Be Carnage. Like, he definitely wasn't a villain. Carnage was the villain straight up.
Oh yeah, Carnage is crazy. I haven't seen the
I don't-
movie, but just
I
based
s-
off of the comic books,
I still
Carnage
don't
is
think
awful.
that Venom in that movie was a
I
villain.
don't think he was a villain either.
Hi, you guys. Hi.
Well,
But you got to remember, you got to separate. Y'all are talking about the two entities as a whole.
Tom Hardy is keeping Venom under wraps.
Stop calling him Tom Hardy. His name's Eddie Brock in the movie, sir.
But then Venom.
Eddie
has a
Brock
change of
is
heart.
keeping
Venom
Venom
has a
under
change of
wraps.
heart because if once Venom being inside, he could do whatever the hell he wants.
He controls Brock
He could. He could. Yeah, he could
to
do
an
whatever,
extent.
To an extent.
Yeah, but Brock's good nature also rubs off on Venom, which is
Being bonded
So
to
if
them
it rubs,
ingrains in
rubs
Venom.
off on him,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The two characters as a whole actually create something in the middle of even anti-hero and anti-villain. We
Why would
need
he
like
rub
a
off on Venom?
Yeah, I don't.
Say what?
I don't think.
Why
he's
would
a
he
villain
rub off
because
on
because
Venom?
Even Venom, like.
because he's in his consciousness too. And we see that with him being able to talk to him.
I don't think you're getting the joke.
Oh, daggum.
Wait, hold on. What do you say?
Replace.
What do you say?
I get it now. He said, how would he rub off on Venom or Eddie Brock? Rub off.
Black goo everywhere.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh,
Oh.
But no, well,
the easiest joke to get ever.
In the first movie, besides Venom killing that first dude that in the experiment,
he deserved it.
what else has he done? He was captured, like the symbiote was captured, and then he was tested on with that one poor dude that freaking died horribly.
I mean, it's not the. But see, I don't think he. Because see, apparently,
I think he was just doing his nature. Like,
it's
he was
not really his
surviving.
nature at that point. I mean, because you got to remember too that I think this. I don't really consider Venom intentionally killing them at that point either, because you have to be compatible apparently with the symbiote. So I mean, if you're not compatible and it kills you, that's not really its fault, is it?
But it's eating
That's
you-
another
it's
thing.
eating you
Venom
from
is stuck
inside.
with Eddie Brock because it's hard to find someone else that's compatible.
The other part you got to remember is that all symbiotes are naturally evil.
That is
Now
true.
this is based. I don't know what the movies have said per se, because we only see the one real symbiote in the first one. I think. I can't remember the movie that well, but
Three symbiotes.
that we see like quite a lot.
We see like
They're
what
they're
two?
all major plot points.
Okay. I would have to really rewatch the movie. I've only seen it twice.
I know that Venom was really scared when he seen Carnage was red.
He was?
And that's... Yeah, red symbiotes are stronger.
Yep.
He said, "Oh shit, a red one," and ran.
I did not know that. See, I haven't seen it, so it'll be interesting. I haven't seen it.
But with the symbiotes, they're all naturally evil. But when he fuses with Eddie Brock is when he gets the it's like a chaotic neutral. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the Venom symbiote itself is a villain. And that's the problem with me reading comic books. Like the movie may not portray it well enough for sorry, no offense intended, but for your average viewer to know that. You know what I mean?
Right.
In the movie, it's basically he's stuck with Eddie because no one else is compatible, and Eddie won't let him do stuff.
Well, no, Eddie even lets him eat that one guy.
The really evil guy, I think, yeah.
No, it's not even the really evil guy. It's just the store, the guy that robs the store. He's like, bad guy?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Can we eat him? Yes.
It's comedic. I like it.
No, the movie's great. The movie, I really
No. Yeah,
it.
I know. I'm at that point. At that point, the movie itself, I enjoyed the movie. The movie was great.
I'm not trying to tear it to shreds.
Is that what he said for real?
In Venom?
Yeah, did he say that for real?
Yeah, you remember when he was doing the jump off Eddie Brock didn't want to jump off the building and they took the elevator and
Oh, he called him a pussy.
and he's like, pussy.
Yes. Yes.
Can we talk about how chocolate is the equivalent to eating a human?
Hold on, I thought.
Hold on, let me...
Nikki says she would love to stay up. If I don't go to bed soon, someone is going to wake me with their loud voices and lights. No problem. I mean, we only got 10 minutes left in our podcast anyway. And then we're going to go on a raid and show some love to somebody.
Ooh, raid.
So, Matt, you know what to do. Find us a target. But
Was there any other topics besides superheroes that we've just completely skipped over?
Penises.
Oh, yeah, besides penises. Actually,
If we start another topic, we're gonna go past time.
Yeah, we are. We are. And we're not trying to do that. But,
right.
What was I gonna say? Honestly, no. To be honest, I looked at CJ and I'm like, bro, I don't have any. I don't know what to fucking talk about. I don't know. And then we were like, you know what? We watched Loki. Let's talk about movies.
I know a lot about superheroes.
That's good.
I think everybody in the podcast has like a pretty good general, understanding of superheroes, both Marvel and DC.
Well, except
Carlos knows
Wolf.
nothing about Thor.
Except Carlos, because he doesn't.
About Thor. You gotta watch Thor.
Yeah, how do you, it still blows my mind how you don't know anything about Thor, haven't seen the movies, don't know the comics, and you don't like it.
I don't know anything.
He's a joke.
I don't know anything about comic books.
That's such a lie.
Stan Lee.
Hold on, let me change Wolf's name real quick.
Stan Lee is the creator of Spider-Man.
I know that. I was joking because you said nothing about comic books.
Stan Lee.
Do you know how he created Spider-Man?
Educate
He
us.
stole it.
No, he did not.
I know. That's
So
what someone claimed, though.
So he was actually, they were about to end a or like just put whatever you want in there, right? And they were like, it's not gonna sell anyway, so just put whatever you want in there. So 6 months before that, though, he was telling his editor, he was like, this would make a good story, a kid 17, 16 gets bit by a spider, whatever. And so he was like, okay, if the comic's shutting down, I'm going to put Spider-Man out there and just see what people think. So he puts it out there, and it turned out to be the best-selling comic book that they had in the previous year.
Wow.
So his editor comes back to him, and he's like, make that a series.
That's interesting. Personally,
So it's literally because his editor told him it would never work, so he just threw it out there to see what would happen.
I'll show him.
I'm not saying Spider-Man's bad. He's just never really was. He's not even in my top 5 favorite heroes. Ooh, Spider-Man.
What?
I said it.
So he's not in your top 5.
He's not in my top 5.
You're fired.
What?
Get off this podcast. You're fired.
You're fired.
He's not a top 5 hero.
He's not even in my
He's
top
my
10.
top 2. He's my
He's not-
second favorite hero.
He's not supposed to be a top 5 hero though. Because he's supposed to be your average everyday citizen who just happened to fall into superhero world.
And it could happen to anybody, and that's why people love him.
That's why people love him, but he was never meant to be. You get what I mean? He was never meant to be a top 5. You know, guys like Captain America, Thor, even Iron Man were meant to be out in front.
I don't like Thor.
You're dumb too.
Hold on,
America
Carlos.
is
Your name suggests otherwise, bro.
Captain America is just okay. Steve Rogers is there.
I can't believe y'all. I will say, they don't compete with like Black Panther. He should be on a whole nother level.
Oh, I can't wait to see what they do with Chadwick Boseman. Whatever his name is.
Chadwick Boseman, have some respect.
Chadwick Boseman. I couldn't.
They're gonna pass it on to his sister.
I know that, but I want to
that.
see how they explain it in the movies.
It's simple. Yeah, you give him an on-screen hero's funeral.
Yeah. Raphael
How
says
did
he's
he
going
die?
to bed. Well, so we're going to bed. So you might as well stick around, Raphael, for a little bit. We're going on a raid. Just say hi to somebody else. You got a link and whatnot, so you might as well stick around for a bit.
I sent you the link.
Yep, I got it. I got it copied. He says, Brightside, he is wearing his Miami Dragonites mask, his Kentucky Kinglers hoodie, and his Atlanta Braviary shirt. So you got Raphael repping the merch of the Big Three. And he says, everyone enjoy your Mother's Day. What would he say? What'd you say?
Atlanta who?
Oh, yeah, the team that, didn't do so well this season.
Oof.
At least he has a team.
Yeah, same.
True. I mean, he's definitely no Philadelphia Flygons.
Yeah.
That team folded.
It got demolished.
That team was slaughtered.
I wonder why.
I
will say, I enjoyed this, guys. Like, it has been awesome just to be able to chill, talk comic book movies, comic books.
And penises.
And penises.
This is the first time I've had like a real voice conversation with all of you.
Same.
And the greatest part is even when we disagreed, I'm going to be 100% honest, because we had disagreements. We all don't agree on everything, but it didn't get heated. And when you talk to guys most of the time, they get heated about their opinion. So
Agreed.
I respect all of you for being able to stay,
Positive.
within reason.
Yep.
All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and end it a little bit sooner than normal, and that's okay. We are going to go ahead and go on a raid right now. Hashtag Guanako raid, and the link is in the chat. So go ahead, drop on by, show them some love. I do have a couple of announcements that I do want to make on the next podcast and whatnot. So everybody too who's still watching and whatnot, stay tuned for that. Why are you putting hashtag Guanako raid in my chat? I'm not the person we're rating.
I know. I'm just putting it there just so people can copy and paste.
Okay, because it's not there 2 times before, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, that being said, guys, I do want to wish you guys a good night or happy early morning. It is Mother's Day here over in Florida, so if you are on the East Coast and it is 2:12 for you guys, hope you guys have a good, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Tara.
Happy Mother's
Happy
Day,
Mother's Day,
everybody. Tara, if you do watch this on the replay or just, Matt, tell her Happy Mother's Day.
I'll let her know.
And that being said, we are out, guys.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace, love, hair grease.